The safety of our clients, volunteers, and staff are of the utmost importance to the Food Bank of Santa Barbara County as we face this unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. The help of volunteers remains critical to ensure that our community has access to safe and healthy food at this time. In order to ensure the safety of our volunteers, clients, and staff, we will be sharing this important information on COVID-19 preventative measures and safety procedures being followed by the Food Bank. Prior to your arrival at one of our warehouses, tabletops, doors, and handles will be disinfected. Upon arrival, we require that each volunteer arrive wearing a face mask and keep their face mask on for the length of their shift. All food bank personnel and volunteers must maintain at least 6 feet of separation between other volunteers and food bank personnel. Every volunteer will have their temperature checked on site. Frequent hand washing for the duration of at least 20 seconds is essential. Hands must be washed thoroughly before handling food and anytime something other than food is touched, including door handles, your face, or body. If soap and water are not available, all volunteers must use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol, which will be provided. Gloves and masks are required of volunteers at all times. All used gloves must be safely removed by pinching at the base of the glove and turning them inside out before safely discarding into a trash receptacle. When wearing a mask, make sure it covers your nose and mouth and is secure under your chin. Do not touch the inside of the mask when putting it on or taking it off. The CDC does not recommend use of masks with an exhalation valve or vent. Many of our shifts require volunteers to bend and lift items. Each shift description in Volunteer Hub will indicate the amount of weight a volunteer must be able to lift. When you lift heavy items, make sure you lift from your knees and keep your back straight. When maneuvering with something heavy, do not twist at the hip. Instead, move with your whole body. If something is too heavy for you to lift, ask for help. When participating in delivery driving shifts, the volunteer site lead will load your car with prepackaged dry food and produce, ensuring social distancing by having you remain in your car. You will then make deliveries to the addresses on the route list that is provided to you while picking up the food. When you arrive at a food recipient's home, place the food at the front door or stoop while wearing a mask and gloves. If you are at a high risk for COVID-19, consider staying home and abstaining from volunteer activities. High-risk individuals include volunteers over the age of 65 with heart or lung conditions or compromised immune systems. Adults of any age with the following conditions are at increased risk of severe illness from the virus that causes COVID-19: cancer, chronic kidney disease, COPD, heart conditions, weakened immune system, sickle cell disease, obesity, lung conditions, and type 2 diabetes. Any individual who is feeling slightly off, even if it is an allergy, will be excused from volunteer activities for the day. If a volunteer's temperature is higher than 101 degrees Fahrenheit, they will be sent home. There can be no coughing or sneezing around the food, even if it is into your elbow. If you have traveled outside of the county, or have taken a COVID-19 test and are waiting for a result, have recently been exposed to someone who has tested positive, or are experiencing any symptoms of COVID-19, please abstain from volunteering for 14 days or until you have been informed that you do not have COVID-19. If you have been exposed to someone who has tested positive or are experiencing symptoms and have volunteered in the last 14 days, please contact the Food Bank's Community Engagement Department so that we may conduct a brief tracing interview via the phone. This helps us protect the safety of everyone at the food bank. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and for your interest in volunteering with the Food Bank of Santa Barbara County. The help of volunteers is essential to our operations, and together, we can work to keep our volunteers, clients, and personnel safe and healthy.